We have also looked at the security deployments in this area, and we have agreed on what additional security establishments and deployments we want to do here so that to enhance the safety of our children and the teachers and the local community. And I think it is important for people to know a school like this one had a lot of students before this unfortunate thing happened. It had approximately 1,000 students. 50% of those students were from West Pokot County, but another 50% was from the neighboring Elgeyo Marakwet County. So it's a strategic school in terms of peace building and sustainable inter-community engagement, even as we look for durable solutions for the menace of the terror of banditry that has affected our people here. So we will be commencing a rehabilitation with immediate effect, and we will also be commencing other measures, including the setting up of additional security establishments in this area, as well as also engaging with the Teacher Service Commission for the deployment of teachers so that our children can learn and be safe when they come back in January. With regard to disarmament, we have received 49 firearms which have been voluntarily surrendered since this operation began from West Pokot. And as I have said before, we will have to recover all the illegal firearms that are in the hands of people who should not be carrying firearms. If you are not a member of the National Police Service, the Kenya Defence Forces, the National Police Reservists, if you do not fall in the category of people who are authorized to carry firearms, you must surrender those firearms. You've given a lot of time, and we are not in a hurry to move into the next phase of forcible disarmament because it's inevitable. We'll reach there. And that's why we are saying if there are needs for NPRs, we'll provide them where they are required. But also we are going to ask those who have firearms that are not supposed to be in their hands to return them voluntarily. And even if they don't hand them over voluntarily, we will get them one way or the other until we make sure that any person who is not a bearer of arms by law is left with walking sticks and other cultural material. Guns are not part of our culture, and even if anybody claims that it's cultural, that culture is repugnant to the Constitution and the law. It is part of the challenges is that we have a number of schools that were abandoned sometimes back, even before this operation began, because of insecurity. The attacks by bandits made the local residents to flee, and the children had to leave school. So for more than a year now, a school like this one, Cheptulel Boys High School, has been closed. The primary school next here is also been closed. And there are 5 other schools in this intersection of West Pokot as in the boundary with Elgeyo Marakwet that have also been abandoned. And this year, no examination took place, yet these schools are schools which have been here for a long time. So we've made the assessment of what is required, because the government has decided that all schools must be reopened, including schools that had been abandoned or even vandalized by bandits. We are rehabilitating schools in other parts of North Rift. We have some schools in Baringo which are undergoing reconstruction, rehabilitation. Some of them have been reopened, and therefore for West Pokot, the 5 schools in this Sigor area and the 2 schools in the border between West Pokot sub-county and Turkana South sub-county, it has been decided they will be rehabilitated and security will be beefed up so that they can reopen in January, so that our children can continue with learning in line with the government policy of ensuring that every child gets access to an education. So we have also, other than the physical assessment of the schools, we have also looked at the other needs, and some of the other needs is that we will be engaging with the Teachers Service Commission so that the teachers can be posted during this holiday. The rehabilitation that is going to happen here of the schools is going to begin immediately, and it will continue throughout December to make sure that when the schools open in January, the children can start streaming in. We have also looked at the other security interventions that we require in West Pokot County, some of which I had announced in my previous visit to this county, and I'm happy to report some of the interventions are also going to be put in motion with immediate effect. The key one being the training and deployment of 205 National Police Reservists that had been recommended to support the work of the National Police Service and the Kenya Defence Forces in the Operation Maliza Uhalifu, which is ongoing here. So I am happy to announce that effective tomorrow, we are going to start the training of 205 National Police Reservists to support the multi-agency teams that are working in the operation to secure peace in this region. I have directed that in the deployment of the NPRs, priority be given to schools which are facing insecurity, including this school, so that the work of the police officers and the KDF officers in this region can be supported by NPRs. We therefore will be coming back to look at how that has gone in the next few weeks. But also we have looked at other challenges in this county, and I have directed that the administrative units that had been recommended, including creating 7 new divisions in this county, as well as a number of locations and sub-locations. We will be operationalizing them beginning January to make sure that we bring services closer to the people and make sure that the security management of our people in this county is enhanced. So that is what had brought us here today. I would like to continue urging all stakeholders in this space to make sure that they don't meddle with the security matters, and we are not going to condone any meddling of security matters by anybody. We do respect other interveners and other interlocutors who are our partners in making sure that we sustain the peace, and we'll work with them through respectful collaboration. But what we are not going to allow is any person trying to meddle with the security operations or trying to direct operational matters, including the operations of the National Police Service. That is a preserve of the National Police Service commanders and other commanders of different agencies that are working here collaboratively, and therefore we are asking all interlocutors, all partners, all stakeholders, including political leaders, to concentrate on developing this region, to apply their minds in providing water and roads, and supporting schools, supporting even the building of security institutions like chiefs camps and police stations and offices for our national government administration officers. But when it comes to security operations, they must keep off, they must respect the professionals that are mandated by the Constitution and the law to manage that space. It's a sensitive space, and we have witnessed with concern increasing ethnicization and politicization of security matters, and that must stop. We will not hesitate to take legal action against those members of the community, including political leaders who are inciting the public to continue with a backward and barbaric culture of killing each other and taking away their property. And we will not listen to some of the side issues that are being discussed in the other spaces, and we would not want to take part in any sectarian discussions about sections of communities, about ethnicities, or even about political affiliation. So going into the future, it is the policy of this administration to be very firm but fair. Kuna sehemu nyingi katika sehemu hii ya kaskazini mwa Bonde la Ufa ambapo shule zilifungwa, watoto wakatoroka, wazazi wakatoroka kwa sababu ya shida hii ya magaidi na wezi wa mifugo ambao wamekuwa wakiua wananchi na kuwaibia mali yao. Hizi katika kaunti hizi zote kuna shule ambazo zimeathirika. Hivi leo tumekuwa hapa West Pokot kwa sababu kuna shule 5 katika ukanda huu wa Sigor ambazo ziliathirika, na sasa imekuwa zaidi ya mwaka mmoja hakuja kuwa na masomo katika shule hizo. Hata mtihani wa mwaka huu au kufanyika katika shule hizo, na watoto walitorokea kwingine. Tumekuja hapa kama vile tumekuwa katika kaunti zingine katika ukanda huu kuhakikishia wakazi wa eneo hili la Sigor na vile vile sehemu hile ya Pokot kaskazini ambapo pia kuna shule kama 2 hapa zikiwa shule 5. Tumekuja kuhakikishia ya kwamba serikali ya Kenya imesema lazima shule zote ambazo ziliathirika na mambo ya majangili na ugaidi zifunguliwe, zirekebishwe na tuimarishe usalama ili watoto na wazazi wakirudi wasipatwe na matatizo ambayo yalifanya watorokee kwingine. Kwa hivyo kuanzia sasa tumeanza kutathmini mambo ambayo yanahitajika ili kuanzia wiki ijayo tuanze kurekebisha na vile vile kuweka vituo zaidi vya kiusalama hapa ili watoto wapate, wakati shule zinafunguliwa mwakani, wapate mandhari mazuri ya kuendelea na masomo yao. Na vile vile kuanzia kesho tumeidhinisha mpango wa wale maofisa wa ziada wa polisi 205 kutoka ambao watafanya kazi chini ya usimamizi wa vikosi vya usalama hapa vya polisi na vile jeshi la taifa ambao linaendelea na operation hapa ya kuleta usalama. Kwa hivyo shule hizi ambazo zimeathirika zitapewa kipaumbele katika kupata ulinzi kutoka kwa hao maofisa wa ziada wa polisi, na vile vile tutaongeza maofisa wa kawaida wa polisi na maofisa wa vitengo maalum vya kupambana na wezi wa mifugo na ugaidi vitaongezwa hapa. Kwa hivyo hakutakuwa na sababu yoyote wanafunzi kutorudi ili kuendelea na masomo yao. Vile vile tumeafikia na wenzangu ambao wako hapa kutoka eneo hili la Rift Valley na county ya West Pokot na hii sub county vile vile tumekubaliana ya kwamba tutatafuta kuongea na idara ya kuajiri walimu, ile tume ya kuajiri walimu, ili walimu ambao walikuwa wameenda kwingine tupatiwe walimu wapya ambao wataendelea na kusaidia watoto wetu hapa. Vile vile Wizara ya Usalama itatoa chakula cha watoto ambao watarudi ili wasitatizike, kwa sababu kuanza maisha upya katika mandhari hapa itachukua muda hata wazazi wao kuweza kujimudu kwa sababu walikuwa wametorokea kwingine. Kwa hivyo tutapatiana chakula kupitia wizara yetu ya usalama wa taifa kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wako na chakula, wako salama, na tunataka ifikapo mwakani Januari, wakati watoto wengine wanarudi katika sehemu zote za Kenya, watoto wetu wa West Pokot vile vile warudi na waendelee na maisha yao. Asanteni sana.